Hello everyone, this is Kathy McAllister of T-Wife Creations. Thanks for stopping by to watch my video of this painted purse, which features a redesign by Prima decor transfer that's called Postal Birds. I'm using a leather crossover purse from Prima. While I like the taupe and brown colors, I wanted a lighter background that would show off the pretty postal bird transfers, so I decided to paint the purse with Dixie Belle Vintage Duck Egg Chalk Mineral Paint. It's important that you allow the paint to completely dry before attempting to adhere the redesign with Prima transfers. I began applying the transfer of the two thrushes first. I worked from the top and made my way down to the feet. On the other side of the purse, I applied a transfer of a bird in flight. For whatever reason, the transfer didn't release the colors as I had hoped. In these before and after photos, you can see how I used acrylics to fill in some of the gaps and to enhance the look of the bird and create a shimmery luminescence. In addition to postal birds, I also used Burgundy Rose Garden and Imperial Garden transfers for this purse project. You certainly do not have to paint your transfers. In fact, they're incredibly beautiful just as they are. However, I quite like the look of an overlay of acrylics when applying transfers to leather purses. It just creates more of a hand-painted look to the purses, and also I'm able to use both matte acrylics, translucent acrylics, and pearlescent or metallic acrylics. And those shimmery pearlescent acrylics really create an interesting highlight on your purse. They create a great deal of shimmer and glimmer. When painting over transfers, you want to make sure you use more translucent acrylics, not acrylics that are opaque, because you want the details of the transfer to come through the acrylics. The acrylics that you're painting as an overlay are to enhance the transfer, not to hide it. The brush techniques that I'm using are almost a dry brush technique. I use a tile to kind of condition the paint and condition my brush, and then sometimes I also will use a paper towel to take off some of the excess paint because you don't want these paints to be overly wet. These flower transfers are actually from Burgundy Rose Garden, which is another redesign with Prima transfer. I'm using a light coral pearlescent acrylic to paint them, and then I'm also using an Art Alchemy metallic color called Flame and mixing it with the coral to create a little bit more darker color on the flowers. After I dry this, I want to create kind of a shimmery illumination highlight, so I'm using a pearlescent that has a bit of gold to it. You may have noticed that I've been using a flat brush to apply these paints. Now I'm going to begin adding definition back into the bird transfer. So I'm going to use a variety of browns to create the effects of the feathers and to fill in some of the body of the bird. I'll be using round brushes and also liner brushes to do this painting. I want to encourage you to experiment with the acrylics on the transfers, and don't be apprehensive or be afraid to try. You can always go back over with other acrylics and fix anything that you don't like. Just enjoy the process. And I know you're going to love the results. Now that I've added in the translucent acrylics to create details and feathering on the bird, I want to create shimmer, so I'm going to use an Art Alchemy metallic color called Rustic Brown. The Rustic Brown metallic will create this warm glow to the bird, to the body of the bird, and to the purse. I also used a metallic that's a blue color. It's called Steamy Ocean on the blue part of the bird. I'm using a Copic microliner marker here, which is a permanent marker, to highlight the feathers, to outline the image of the bird, to create detail. I'm mixing an acrylic green with the pearlescent white to add a little bit of color to the leaves. Now I'm using a liner brush and some shades of gray to outline the leaves and also the flowers. working on the other side of the purse, and I am going to apply some Art Alchemy metallic flame using a flat brush on the heads of the thrushes. I'm also using a flat brush to apply metallic Stormy Ocean to the blue areas of the birds, and you'll see that this will create a glow and warmth and shimmer to the purse. I'm applying pearlescent gold to the heads of the thrushes and also areas of the body where I want a little bit more golden illumination. Now I'm using Art Alchemy's metallic white pearl on the body of the birds, and that will create a very luminescent effect. With a liner brush and metallic rustic brown, I'm now going to create outlines and dimensions on the thrushes. After I did all of the detailing and the painting, I added a bit of shimmer to the background of the purse, so directly painted onto the blue area of the purse. I used a golden pearlescent to create a little bit of shimmer and interest. After you've completed all the painting that you want to do on your purse, be sure to allow it to dry naturally overnight. As a final step, you'll want to use a wax to seal your project. I decided to use Dixie Belle's Big Mama's Butter to condition the purse and seal everything in.